Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Orest Semotiuk, and I am a principal investigator in the research project Laughter During the War, Russian Aggression in Ukraine and Political Cartoon and Memes. Let me present my poster entitled Ideology versus Quasi-Ideology, Rashism and Ukrofascism in World Ukrainian and Russian Political Cartoon and Memes. First of all, I would like to make some introductory remarks. Then I will speak on some features of Rashism versus Ukrofascism. Then I will tell a few words about methodology and corpus, explain how political humor works, give some examples, and draw some conclusions. Let's start. Each military conflict has a discursive and a real dimension, and recently the attention of conflict researchers has shifted from the classical topics towards the soft or smart power, like culture, identity, values. And this shift was facilitated by the cultural turn and post-structuralist and constructivist approaches to conflict and security. Culture in general and the media culture in particular form a certain background of meanings, emphasizing the importance of some and downplaying other events, and thus significantly affect the political sphere. I would like to say that in recent years, the rapid development of social media has led to an emergence of new forms of media culture, political humor, and social engagement. These forms are particularly represented by political cartoons and internet memes. Speaking on Rashism or Russian fascism, this is a term used by a number of scholars, politicians, and publicists to describe the political ideology and the social practices of the Russian state in the late 20th and early 21st centuries, especially during the rule of Vladimir Putin. It is based on Russian military expansionism as well on special civilization mission of the Russians, and on anti-Westernism. And formula of Russism can be stated as undemocratic system plus national cult plus ultranationalism plus a cult of personality. The term was popularized, described, extensively used in 1995 by President of the Chechen Republic of Ichkeria, Johar Dudayev, who saw the military action in Russia, by Russia in Chechnya as a manifestation of the rising ideology. And according to Dudayev, Rashism means a variety of hatred ideology, which is based on great Russian chauvinism, spiritless, and immorality. It differs from other forms of fascism, racism, and nationalism by a more extreme cruelty, both to man and to nature. And Rashism, according to Dudayev, is based on the destruction of everything and everyone, the tactics of scorched earth. Rashism is a schizophrenic variety of the world domination complex. Rashism as a state ideology was officially recognized by Ukrainian parliament in May 2023 after full-scale aggression in Ukraine. Later on May, NATO Parliamentary Assembly officially used the term Rashism to describe the ideology and practices of Russia in its declaration for aid to in Article 20. And this term is also widely used in various international anti-war activities. And American President Joe Biden, in his State of the Union address, compared Russia under Vladimir Putin with Adolf Hitler's conquest of Europe in 1939. Speaking about Ukrofascism, Ukrofascism is a propaganda term used in the Russian media and political rhetoric to refer to alleged fascist and nationalist tendencies in Ukraine, especially in the context of events related to Euromaidan and subsequent annexation of Crimea and Russian invasion in Donbass. This term, as it's important to stress, is not recognized in the academic community, and it is used as an element of information warfare. This picture shows a book entitled Bloody Maidan, Crime of the Century, who was published in St. Petersburg 2016 by Vitaly Zakharchenko, who was a Home Secretary at the times of Yanukovych and of Euromaidan. And you can see here so-called poetry by anonymous author Avar Aliyev, published in a Russian internet site. And as you see, Ukrainians are called here fascist nonsense, fascist, and Zelensky is called a Ukrofascist, and the only way to end this war, suggests this author, is a terrible thermonuclear attack. Our research is a part of bigger project I mentioned in the beginning, and our research corpus is based on almost 4,000 cartoons and 3,000 memes from 83 countries of the world, and the research period cover 2 years, from February 22 till December 23. And as I said, this research is a part of the research project co-founded by the National Center of European Union and program Horizon in European Union. Methodology is based on functional theory, and this theory states that political humor establishes distinctions between we and they, and it has three main functions: it acclaims, it attacks, and it defends. Let me explain how political humor works. Each cartoon or each meme is based on three main elements: target, who is depicted, it can be politicians or institutions; focus, what is depicted, a particular aspect of reality or activity; and finally, how is this depicted. This element is called a setting, and we speak here about verbal and non-verbal element interacting in cartoon or meme. Now, let me show some examples. You can see here two memes depicting fascism and playing with Rashism writing in Cyrillic alphabet. He says the same. And here a cartoon by Dave Wonmont, who is referring to this slogan of World War II, never again, and showing, drawing parallels between fascism in Second World War and in Russian aggression in Ukraine. Ukrofascism is mostly depicted in Russian cartoons, and you see authors like Sviridенko or Korsun on Kolgaryov or Tarasenko are using this stereotypical depiction of Ukrainians as fascist, here as with its allies in United States, European Union, Great Britain. Here Ukrainians are depicted as pigs, and here again, not only fascist, but also LGBT. And here two examples are showing the narratives from World War II, Victory Parade, and former Nazi slogan, Deutschland über alles, and little transformed to Ukraine über alles. Putin is also a famous person who is mostly depicted in world Ukrainian and also Russian cartoons. And here we have some word combination from Putin and Hitler to Putla. And here some examples showing Putin as a child or as a successor of Hitler and Stalin and depicted next to him. These examples are also showing this person in Ukrainian, American, and Austrian cartoons. Again, this way of depiction next of Stalin or to Stalin on to Hitler, or playing with symbolic swastika is transforming to this famous letter Z. And again here, Putin as a child of Hitler and Stalin. Ukrainian President Zelensky is sometimes also depicted in a subversive way, and here some works by Peter Kreiner from Australia, by Thomas Wong from Canada, and from Nikolai Sviridenko. And as I said, there's drawing parallels. Again here, Zelensky is drawing here parallels with Hitler, here again referring to his past activity as a comedian. I am comedian, as this caption says, and here Biden and Zelensky are holding each other in arms, and on the background we can see Ukrainian flags and mass graves, and again this swastika symbol on his arm is also referring Zelensky is a Ukrofascist. Speaking about memes, last memes are showing him again as a Nazi. Here is a German word verdammt, damned, and here is this meme is criticizing Zelensky that they are not admit him into NATO because he is a Führer and Heil Hitler. Again, another meme are showing Zelensky again as a Hitler and a Nazi Führer, complaining that after many losses of Ukrainian soldiers, now he is demanding now you'll have to give me your troops or you are a racist bigot that hates freedom. As we can see, there are some similarities in depicting both Ukrainian and Russian presidents, and this using of ideology versus quasi-ideology was a quite interesting topic for future research, and I would now to draw some conclusions. These two tables are showing supportive and subversive types of humor, and as you see, Zelensky is not present at all in Ukrainian cartoons, and is depicted in both subversive and supportive way in global humor, and is actually now depicted in a positive way in Russian cartoons. Putin, vice versa, is only negative in Ukrainian cartoons, both positive and negative in global cartoon, and also both positive and negative in Russian cartoons. There are pro-Putin and anti-Putin cartoons, and the same is about Russia. Russia is depicted only in a negative way in Ukrainian cartoon, is actually not depicted at all as a country, as a state in global cartoon, and it is depicted in both ways too in Russian cartoons. To conclude, I will say, and as we could see, the real and the discursive dimension of each military conflict, especially of this conflict, are really interconnected and interrelated, and cartoon and meme as a genres of humorous political discourse are a real good document of epoch. Such we can speak about epistemological function of political humor. I'm finished now. Thank you very much for your attention.